Hi, folks. Today, what I bring here is very bizarre indeed. From Nigeria all the way to South Africa, it's all the same. Much ado over nothing. Much ado over the English language. Much ado over the language of their oppressors. Every politician struggles to have the mastery of this language, which is not their own. It is not their autochthonous language. They have abandoned their local languages and they are embracing the language of their oppressors. They go to conferences, international conferences. They speak, the politicians, the presidents, Africa. They speak to outdo themselves. Who speaks the English language better? But meanwhile, those they are trying to emulate, they laugh at them. They laugh at them. So we now subject ourselves to ridicule because we want to copy the language of our oppressors. Well, in Nigeria, you all remember the most criticized first lady that Nigeria has ever had, Mrs. Patient Jonathan, who entertained Nigeria audience and in fact international audience with her, bombastic and, muzzled together kind of English that she spoke. She struggled to speak the language. She struggled to put sentences together in English, all to no avail. But you see what? People laugh at her. People make jest of her.
Do you come with two teachers? You were not informed too? Continue. No problem. God will see us. There is God. There is God in everything we are doing. Those bloods that are sharing in Bronu will answer. What of two teachers, Wayek, what of two teachers that can tell us that they conducted that exam? Do you come with any? Principal? No, too. You waka come. Okay. Now the first lady is calling you, come, I want to help you. Come to find your child, your missing child. Will you keep quiet? No. Child. There is God, oh. There is God, oh. The bloods we are sharing, there is God, oh. There is God, oh. There is God, oh. There is God, oh. There is God, oh.
What are we talking about here? Look at the would-to-be minister in South Africa who found it difficult to put the word conscientiously together. People laugh at her again. Look at it.
You know, when people were being sworn in today, others cannot even pronounce conscientious. Very difficult. It's very difficult. I had a difficulty myself when I became the deputy minister for the first time to pronounce that word, conscientiously. But that oath is loaded.
And to perform the functions of my office conscientiously, okay? And the best of my ability.
Conscientiously.
Conscientiously, actually.
Okay. No. We'll get it right. We'll get it right. We'll get it right. Conscientiously. Conscientiously. Yes.
Conscientiously.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
What are we talking about here? This language does not belong to us. We had our own language. We had our different languages before the colonialists came. It was their strategy to make sure that they scatter our languages so that we don't understand each other. And they achieved that. Now that we are set to be independent, what are we still doing with this language? Can't we evolve situations whereby we can speak our local languages? In South Africa, for instance, can't you agree? Among the three major languages in South Africa, either is Zulu, is Xhosa, or Afrikaan. To choose one to make it a lingua franca. Or Nigeria. Why can't we choose whether Yoruba, Hausa, or Igbo to make sure that this is our lingua franca to stop embarrassing ourselves in the international community? Why can't we emulate Tanzania? Tanzania has over 230 local languages before they chose Swahili. Swahili is their lingua franca now. It's being taught from primary school. In fact, 90% of Tanzania, they speak Swahili. Or what are we talking about? Look at world leaders. Look at Emmanuel Macron. He understands English very perfectly, but in international fora, you will not hear him speak in English. Look at Vladimir Putin. He understands English very perfectly, but in international fora, you will never hear him speak in English. Look at the ruler of Iran. You will never find any of them speak in English. They all speak their local languages, their lingua franca. And you must understand it. Otherwise, you'll get interpreter. When Angela Merkel was the chancellor in Germany, the president of Germany, she spoke Dutch throughout, German throughout. She didn't care. You have to look for interpreter to understand that woman. This is a woman with a PhD. They are well learned. What about Sarkozy before Macron? It's all French. You will never hear, because the fact is that they don't want to denigrate their own culture. They don't want to subsume their own culture under the English culture. It is only in Africa. We look at this thing as a big deal. When Patient Jonathan spoke her convoluted English, people laugh at her. Look at this minister in South Africa. People laugh at her too. To the extent that she was now being coached how to put the word together. The word is not her local language, for God's sake. And this thing does not determine intelligence. The fact that you cannot speak in English, which is the language of the oppressor, does not mean that you don't have the intelligence to perform in office. It's part of colonial mentality. In Africa today, let me say in Nigeria, if you are not very good in English language, if you are not a smooth talker, if you are not an eloquent person in the word, in spoken English, they see you as an illiterate. That's colonial mentality. That's what has been planted in us to elevate another person's culture. Another embarrassing situation from which we can easily save ourselves by making sure that we evolve our own local language that everybody will understand. And we as Africans will be respected globally when we are able to come up with common language of a region, common language of a particular, country, not speaking the language of the oppressor. Have you ever seen a representative of China speaking English? They speak Mandarin. The onus is on you to interpret and understand what he's saying. Africa, I think we've come of age. Let's learn ourselves a lesson to stop this kind of embarrassing. Look at another embarrassing moment. Look at it.
Genesis 1, verse 1. In the beginning, in the beginning, yeah, in the
Listen properly.
in the beginning, yeah, in the beginning, in the beginning, in the beginning.
Yes, we can easily save ourselves from all this embarrassment if we come back home, look inward, evolve some local languages that everybody within our locality will understand. Then we project this abroad. The international community will have no choice. They will have no choice but to accept us the way we are. They will accept us the way we are because nobody can make you inferior without your consent. Africa, let us rise up. Africa, we've come of age. Let's stop embarrassing ourselves. English language is on our culture. Let's evolve our individual culture and project it to international community. They have no choice but to accept us. As usual, I come in peace as the only peacemaker with a weapon of mass destruction. The truth. Because I say it point blankly the way it is. My incoming subscribers, please subscribe to this channel and press the notification button so that you can get juicy news such as this. Till I come your way again, endeavor to stay out of trouble. Till then, I sign out. Dr. Femi Adegbulu. Bye.